You know, I wish it was just a case of some big bumps. What we didn't know at this point was that our pin box, that's this thing right here, had been slowly ripping away from the frame over the past couple of weeks. I take you back to Lajitas, which was like a month ago, when this happened. Weird sound.
Just sounds like the weight settling, doesn't it? The hitch looks like it's tilted more than usual.
Yeah, we're putting a lot of pressure on it.
Right now? What do we do differently?
Well, it's just because we're on an angle. Wrong. What it was is all the metal twisting and warping and bending and causing problems. Thank God we didn't have an issue on the road, and we discovered this when we pulled into Tucson.
Hello! How are you?
they had to grow their own stuff, like fruits, vegetables. I think those animals and different kinds of places like the ocean, the rainforest, the jungle, and the savannah, and mangrove forest, whatever he said. And that's it.
What do we see already on the tour?
The kitchen.
And their living quarters, right? And so we're kind of overlooking into some of the interior spaces and learning about how they built the space. And their landscape evolution observatory.
We are on the way back from Biosphere 2, and at the store, guess what they had? Ant brittle, real ants, and I bought it. I saw it, and I'm like, I've always wanted those scorpion pops because they look so good, but they're so expensive.
It was the same price.
No,
It was actually $4.99 to get two.
no, it was actually $6.
She's talking.
Anyway, I got this, and it wasn't even a dare. I saw it, and I'm like, give me. So I'm gonna try it. Bite it. There it is. Ant brittle. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's not good. It's good. Not.
It is Wednesday morning. It's 7:45, and we are not usually packing up to leave on a Wednesday morning.
No.
And or wrestling the children out of bed this early.
No. We have had some structural frame failure on the front end of our rig, which is causing some problems and making it unsafe to drive, obviously. And so we are moving out of our rig so that I can take it over to a dealer, and hopefully they're either going to have to take the front end apart and fix welds or do who knows what with it, and get that up and going. So we're hopeful that we'll have the rig back tonight for us to sleep here, but we are moving out and moving into the casita that Shari's parents have, and so we'll all pack in there and spend a night or two. Hopefully none. Hopefully none.
Nice.
But this is what we got to do, unfortunately. So here's our life, moving out of our rig. At this point here, we took the rig over to the dealership to have it looked at 8:30 in the morning, and by noon they called us and said it ain't gonna happen, that they are refusing to touch it. With the amount of damage and the liability to fix it, they just don't see it as something that they are willing or comfortable to do. So I spent the day driving around to all the dealerships that were there in the Tucson area, and all of them gave me the same thing. They said, well, you can bring it here, we can look at it, but odds are we're not going to be able to handle that. I called a couple of mobile welders who said that they could take a look at it, but I would have to do a disassembly of the whole front end of the rig, because they said, we're welders, we're not RV fix-it guys. So if you disassemble it, then we'll look at it, see what we can fix, and from there, we'll go. And then I have to put the whole rig back together. And this seemed like a terrible option. So we had to make the hard decision of what exactly do we do with this rig. I talked to the dealership and they had zero advice for us. They're like, I guess you could drive it to a dump and just scrap it. And we were in panic mode, so there is not a whole lot of footage from here on forward because we just were in crisis mode. We didn't know what to do. It was just a dark time. So we were living in the casita with the Luganbills, and thank goodness they were there that we could do that. But we didn't know where to go. So Shari and I had a day of prayer and contemplation and struggle and tears, and we said, well, let's sit with ending this trip and going home for a day, and then we'll sit with buying a new rig
for a day and kind of see where that takes us. Ultimately, we fell on buying a new rig, and so we went around to every dealership looking at every rig, and it was arduous. But ultimately, we worked out a deal with La Mesa in Tucson, who were fantastic. Everybody there, from management, sales, service, the support staff, finance, everyone was just bending over backwards to take care of us and get us into a new rig very quickly. So we worked through that whole process, worked out the deal with them, purchased a rig, and then we had to say goodbye to our old rig.
Well, folks, this is the moment we've all been waiting for, or haven't been waiting for, and are just sad about, because the Keystone hideout that we've used for the last 4 years is going to an early grave. And this is the last time we're going to hitch this baby up. Served us well. Love the fifth wheel. Don't love the internal issues we're having. So we are trading up to bumper pull in a new adventure. Whoa, that's low.
That shot fast.
So I feel like this deserves a real quick, this is what moving in looks like. And there's our rig across the way. And here's what the kids' bedroom looks like currently. Nora's couch is gone, soon to be a bed with a... Hope is moving to the other side of the RV, and we've got stuff everywhere. And we gotta get out of this lot before we get locked in.
Yep.
La Mesa.
Well, we're leaving Tucson. We got packed up, we got a new rig behind us, and off we go. Hooray! Hooray is
Want me to
right.
take my backrest off so they can see it?
No. Oh yeah, yes, you can do that. So
I love it, Nora.
we had a great time in Tucson. You know, outside of all of this going on with a trailer and a new trailer and having to move trailers and all that, Tucson was great. It was beautiful. I love being here with the mountains. I love here with everything. So,
It's really pretty here.
yeah. Who wants to start us off back there? Ben, real loud.
I liked the Air Museum and the Biosphere too.
Yeah.
Biosphere 2 and the Air Museum.
Yeah.
Both awesome choices.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed those as well, Ben.
How about Nora?
Biosphere!
Biosphere 2.
That was very cool.
Yeah.
We're sad Daddy missed that day, but that was the
Yeah, I had
day
work.
that all hell was breaking loose with trying to figure out who was going to fix our camper.
Yep. Exactly. Hope.
Biosphere 2.
Biosphere 2?
That's easy.
Oh my
I've been
gosh!
wanting to see this for years.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We studied it in school a couple years ago, so this was a big deal for us to come out and check it out.
Yep. You, Shari.
I think that I really enjoyed hiking. I love the national park. We'd been here years before, Aaron and I, but never with the kids. And it was just an extra special treat that my parents got to come out with us. We got to do the visitor center and a hike, and then of course, added on top of that, the fact that my parents were here for all this craziness and were able to really help with the kids through the transition.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. So I'm going to say two favorites. My first favorite was going to the Air Museum. Just seeing all those really old, cool planes was amazing. My second favorite was that we got to see this week, because there was a very good possibility that we could have had a very catastrophic failure of the old rig. And, you know, whether it detached and flipped us or hit someone else or who knows what, but that really could have been a tragedy. So we were very blessed having angels surrounding us in that whole situation, and just how easy La Mesa RV made it for us to
quickly purchase a new RV
Cheers to La Mesa,
and
everybody.
go into the new RV and all that. So they were wonderful.
If you're ever in the
Yes.
South and
Yep.
you need help,
Yep.
La Mesa's the place to be.
All the technicians, the salespeople, the general manager, everyone, and everyone knew our story and was so helpful and accommodating with getting everything done.
It felt like family.
It felt like
really
family.
an amazing place.
It was great. Yep. So we're leaving Tucson. We are headed up to Phoenix a couple days late, but we're gonna make it there. And we're gonna spend time. My parents are flying out to be with us, and Aunt Camille and Uncle Dave live there, so we'll get to see them and hang out, and we get to figure out how to live in a new rig.
Got a lot of work to do.
Yep.
So this is what it means when people say, you have a new RV. Oh, there's a shakedown. We got here today, and after they took it into service at the amazing La Mesa and fixed our door, so we thought it won't close. And we don't really want to sleep with scorpions and snakes tonight. And it closes!
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Still not 100%, but
No.
it's 95%.
I'll take it so we don't have to sleep with snakes and scorpions.
Hey, Mama. Heck of a week we've had. It's never imagined we would be here after where we were last week on Wednesday. Last week Wednesday when we got the call that everything had collapsed on our trailer and we were done. And here we are, a couple hundred miles away.
Sitting in the sun.
Yeah, sitting in the sun in a new rig. So, what have you thought of the new rig so far?
It's gonna take a while to settle in to figure out where everything goes because it's like moving houses. So everything is still everywhere and we can't find it. It's all put away, but we can't find anything. But for the most part, the structure, I love the open living space.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna do wonders for us.
Yeah.
And other
the-
than that,
the
I
open-
like
the
the
bright- the
design
bright
and I like,
colors
yeah,
and-
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's really nice. What about you?
I really like it. I really like how it tows. I really like the layout and the feel of it. You know, it's hard because we had 4 years of customizing our last rig, and I'm trying to do all those customizations again in a week.
In no time flat.
In no time flat.
Yeah.
And so that's been hard. But it's coming together. I've been very happy, very comfortable with it.
Good.
So, yeah, they were good. I was hoping to do some modifications on it today, but we decided to come to the pool instead.
I think it was a good choice.
I think it was a good choice. I think our whole family needed that.
Yeah.
Granny and Grandma Sue needed that, and I think we all needed it. Would you tell the story? What?
It's
a good story.
Do not go off paths in the desert.
Why?
Because I got a giant thorn in my foot. Actually, no, it wasn't.
Was it a thorn?
It
What was
wasn't
it?
one thorn. It was cactus.
Cactus.
Because it was a little plate with many thorns.
Yeah, I believe it. But look, good as new because of the duct tape trick.
Thank you for you, David.
If we Well, here we are at the Museum of Musical Instruments. This is the Europe room, and everybody gets these snazzy headphones, so as you come close to country, you get to hear examples of it as you see people play them and look at actual instruments from that area. creosote bush. And second time. First time on our own hitching up this behemoth.
We are leaving Phoenix. And we were staying in the White Tank Mountains. We loved it. And but it was time to move on and head on to our next destination. So we are on the road headed to San Diego, California. And I personally had a wonderful time in Phoenix. How about you guys? Did you enjoy Phoenix?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can you tell me what your favorite part of Phoenix was?
Musical instrument museum. Yep. What about you, Hope?
That's the only thing we did was musical instrument museum, St. Joseph,
Yeah, seeing our family and getting to spend time with them, and Aunt Camile's amazing cooking for dinners. And
also driving, going in the golf cart.
Riding in the golf cart was
going in the
fun.
golf cart. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Getting ice cream at the pool. An amazing pool.
Yep. My favorite was one evening that we laid on the picnic table and we were watching for shooting stars. We saw a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nora.
Yeah.
Seeing the Bucky sign that says you have 953 miles to the next
To the next Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Which we figured out was actually in Colorado. Not anywhere close.
Yep.
Or nor is it close to where we're going.
Yep.
I really enjoyed sitting out and doing fires every night. I feel like it was so nice to be back in a campground and to look at the glittering lights of Phoenix on one side of us, and then to turn around and see the sun setting behind the White Tank Mountains was stunning and peaceful. And after the week we had, it was wonderful.
It was good.
To be in nature, but it was also really nice to be with family. So it was, both those things were very good.
Yeah. So it was a great time we had there. I'm so glad that my parents were able to fly out and be with us. I'm so glad that Aunt Camille and Uncle Dave, or as we say, Vuya and Chacha, were so wonderful, taking care of us there and allowing us to use their pool and their house and all that. So it was great. So next week we will be in San Diego, and there's a red light. I thought we were on a freeway. It stopped being a freeway.
Yeah.
So we will be in San Diego next week. So as always, like the videos, subscribe to the videos, so that when we put new ones out there, you get them. And leave a comment. Anything else, guys, you want to say?
And zoom in closely up on my face.
Zoom in close on Nora's face, apparently. I don't know why.
Because she's cute.
And she is cute, so awesome. We miss y'all, and we'll see
Next week.
you next week.